Well, hey there, and welcome to the special online edition of the morning show. Unfortunately, we're still working out some technical issues with our sound system, so in the meantime, we thought we'd put together this pre-recorded episode. So let's get started. Today is Wednesday, April 26, 2017, and the morning show starts right now.
Welcome to the morning show on VHSTV. Here we go. We're coming at you with the daily grind, bringing you your daily news totally live. The morning show on VHSTV. Here we go.
One side effect of the new intercom PA system recently installed at Voorhees is the slight change in the tone of the bells that releases students from class to class. I've heard a lot of complaints that the sound just isn't the same. Well, we were recently informed that will change in the coming weeks as the new PA system is upgraded to state-of-the-art, computer-generated friendlier voice prompts that will be replacing all bells.
We've been given a sample of those prompts and we're asked to let you hear what to expect when the upgrades are complete. So for example, this is what you'll hear prior to the start of Mods 1-2.
You now have 1 minute to report to your Mods 1-2 class. Thank you.
And at the completion of each mod, we'll hear something like this.
Excuse me, homeroom is now over. You may now move to Mods 3-4. Thank you.
Those voice prompts will continue throughout the day, replacing all bells. The new voice prompt system is even tied into the internet, allowing it to offer weather reminders and updates on important news events, like this sample for the end of the day.
Your school day is now complete. Don't forget to wear a jacket tomorrow because it will be chilly. You are now free to exit the building in an orderly fashion. Thank you and have a wonderful evening.
We were told to expect the change coming sometime in the next couple weeks.
Please see your email for the Environmental Club plant sale forms. Plant orders are being accepted this week and will be available for pickup before Mother's Day. Please return forms to the box in the main office. FBLA is hosting the final Krispy Kreme sale of the year on Thursday, May 18th. If you want to order donuts, see any FBLA member or Mrs. Hartman by May 15th.
Last week, the VHSTV Video Club shot the latest episode of Are You Smarter Than a Viking, featuring Mr. Brown, Mr. McGeehan, and Mr. Peterson going head-to-head in a battle of general knowledge trivia. Let's check out a piece of that.
Today, we have some special guests with us, so let's meet them. The categories are History of North, Teen Shorthand, 80s sitcoms, and Hollywood Toms. What Tom played the role of Chuck Nolan, who was stranded with a volleyball named Wilson? Correct.
I'm getting hammered by the buzzer.
Finish this lyric. It's close to midnight and something evil's lurking in the... Mr. McGeehan?
Hey, dark.
Correct. 1,000 points. I thought you had to sing,
No,
Mr.
I know.
McGeehan.
It's only one word.
You can view the whole episode at VorhesTV.com. The link is in the description below. And find out which of those 3 are actually smarter than a Viking. And for all you sports fans, stay tuned as next week we're shooting a special sports edition. Check out this promo.
There's a viral video making the rounds that features motivational speaker Prince E putting the U.S. educational system on trial. Scott Schenkel sought out a couple teachers to get their feedback.
Educational malpractice, where one teacher stands in front of 20 kids, each one having different strengths.
This video by Prince EA on the school system has just under 6 million views on YouTube, so I decided to get some teacher opinions on the video.
I think he makes some valid points in some of the things he's talking about, but I felt kind of offended in the beginning because it was that the education system was under attack, and you know the way he's got his it's set up in a courtroom, and they've got these very stern guys with ties who are representing the entire educational system, which I think is kind of a misrepresentation.
I watch a very talented artist who has a very profound way with words speak on a topic that he's passionate about.
There's always flaws, and there's always people that are looking to make changes, and whether they're for good or bad. You know, education, from the time I've been in it I've been teaching for 19 years now, it goes in cycles.
Show that you were made to train people to work in factories, which explains why you put students in straight rows, nice and neat. Tell them sit still, raise your hand if you want to speak, give them a short break to eat, and for 8 hours a day, tell them what to think.
I think he looks at a lot of topics that are not necessarily controversial, but people are afraid to speak up on. He did a really nice job of not putting a whole lot of blame, but raising concerns about a lot of different issues with the school system and the way we do it in the United States.
I think it was put together really well, and I think it's going to have influence, and it's going to make people think, and it's going to, you know, eventually, you know, somebody who's, you know, you get a 12-year-old kid that watches something like that, that'll probably stick in their minds.
I think he did a really good job of addressing a lot of the concerns that we as teachers have. I think there's a lot of bureaucracy, there's a lot of government, there's a lot of people weighing in on what's going on in the school system.
They think bubbling in a multiple choice question will determine success. That's outlandish. In fact, these tests are too crude to be used and should be abandoned, but don't take my word for it. Take Frederick J. Kelly, the man who invented standardized testing, who said, and I quote, "These tests are too crude to be used and should be abandoned."
I think he can have an impact because his work is done professionally, it's done thoughtfully, it's done with research, and he has a very positive message.
It could be, potentially, it could be huge. You know, he's tapped into reaching younger generation and future generations, and that media is extremely powerful.
I rest my case.
Well, on a production level, I think it was shot really well. The lighting was nice, the camera angles, the way they did the blocking was really effective in getting his point across in a cinematic sense. Audio is crisp and clean.
Is there a problem with the education system? Look up the video and make your own opinion.
Thanks, Scott. And if you want to check out the whole Prince E video, the link is also in the description below. And congratulations to the following athletes for these fencing accomplishments for girls all conference. The first team, Taylor Hubiak and Magda Clevencher. The second team, Beth Torello and Camilla Coxis. And in the all boys conference, the first team, Andrew Garrison and Spencer Terry. And the second team, Amzie Clausen and Eric Moran. Great job on another fantastic fencing season.
The last week in April is the week of the young child. We're celebrating early childhood and early childhood education. So here's a quote for your thoughts. Childhood is not a race to see how quickly a child can read, write, and count. Childhood is a small window of time to learn and develop at the pace which is right for each individual child. And now, to simply blow your mind away, here's a philosophical piece produced by Kyle Urbanski featuring Marcus Celiano.
Who closes the bus door after the bus driver gets off? Why is it called a building when it's already built? Whoa. Mind blown. If you think about it, the brain actually named itself. Alright, bear with me on this, guys. But if you weigh 99 pounds and you eat 1 pound of pretzels, wouldn't that make you 1% pretzel? Do you think it's called sand because it's between the sea and the land? That's just crazy. When butterflies are in love, do they feel humans in their stomach? If you pronounce Nike the way it is, shouldn't bike be pronounced bikey? Mind blown.
Thanks, Kyle. We hope to have our technical sound issues resolved soon and back to seeing you live every morning in the near future. And by the way, if you bought into that whole story about the bells changing to voice prompts, then we've definitely succeeded in pulling off another April Fool's joke. We actually planned to run that story on April 1st, but were unable to due to technical issues. And it was too good to just let it go. Have a great day.